Yeah, good evening, jammers. Welcome to the Jams and Cocktails live podcast. I'm your host, Brad Brock, and I'm joined here in the legendary JNC Lounge by the magnificent Jordyn Taylor. Yes, breathing the applause.
I
You are every woman. Boy, we got a show for you guys tonight here. Our guest this week fell ill today and is recovering, so we'll be rescheduling with Patrick Coles because we definitely want to talk to him about his music because I, for one, am a huge fan ever since...
I, for two, am.
Yes, Jordyn, for two, also is a fan. So we're going to reschedule with him, and we'll get him back on the show soon. Patrick, if you're out there watching, hope you feel better soon, pal. So tonight, instead... we're going to be honoring a few extraordinary women in music on International Women's Day. So thank you so much for everyone who's tuning in live tonight on YouTube, Facebook, or listening in on the TuneIn app via the Shore Life radio station. You waiters out there, thanks for tuning in with us. We appreciate your support and hope you're enjoying the show. If you haven't already, we encourage you to visit our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. Additionally, please like, share, and follow us on social media to stay up to date on all of our latest content and fun stuff going on. And thank you so much again for joining us tonight. But I suppose before we get down to business, Jordyn, we got to get our shot of the week.
Do we have to?
Yes.
Shots.
We're compelled. All right. You guys were throwing it back to a show favorite, at least for me. It's the green tea shot. Super easy shot, and it's absolutely delicious. You get yourself a little half ounce of Jameson, a half ounce of peach schnapps, half ounce of sour mix. You shake it in ice, you throw a little Sprite on top, and you enjoy responsibly, of course. It's an important thing to do, Jordyn.
Yeah. Unless you're a Jen, then you do not enjoy them.
Yes, unless you're a Jen. All right. Well, cheers. It's just me and Jordyn tonight. Everybody bailed on us.
Surprise.
So cheers to all of you tuning in. Thanks for it. And including Ellie, who's just tuned in on YouTube.
Drizzly.
Sweet God, that's a big shot.
I said that when you made it.
Oh, it's nice, though.
Hi, Ellie. We miss you.
Ellie said drizzly. That's her catchphrase.
Yeah. I'm not finishing all of it. I'm sorry. At once.
I got to do it because if I don't, I'll just talk. It'll get warm. It'll get weird. Ooh, it's like in my nose.
Adorable.
I knew when I was putting it in the shaker, it was going to be too much. It was going to be too much of a shot. Here, let me wash it down with a little scotch tonight.
Oh, good. This should be a great night.
It's going to be a great night. Join us each and every week for our Shot of the Week by visiting jncpodcast.com, and you can navigate over to the Shot of the Week page, see what we're planning, and get everything you need delivered by our friends at least said it best, Drizzly. All right, you guys. So, as mentioned, so Jordyn, it is Women's Month of March, the month of your birth, and you are every woman.
Thank you.
As put by Whitney.
This is my day.
It is your day. And not just being facetious, Jordyn recently got into an industry that was once, before I get into the show, we should cover this.
Hair flip.
Jordyn recently got into an industry that is currently dominated by men.
And not my first time doing that. I do like to get into the male-dominated fields, whether I know it or not.
You do.
Or like it or not.
You do. What is different about this is it is acknowledged by the people that run your business, right? You know, it's acknowledged that you are a woman coming into this industry, and they are supporting and celebrating that, which I think is absolutely lovely. They're giving you all the I'm not going to say special treatment, but they're setting you up for success, where in many industries, women are not necessarily set up for success. They are set up to maybe not perhaps for failure, but never to be equal. And that's not the case with this particular company. I'll let
I've
you.
worked at those too.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
We've been together a long time.
Yes.
And so, how does it feel, to be a woman in a position that is dominated by men? And did I say A or one? And B
Or two.
or two, being at a job that supports you as a woman, as an equal, with the men that you work with?
I mean, it's good. Yeah. I mean, can't ask for more.
Yeah. Well,
Been waiting for this a long time.
tell us a little bit about this job, about the industry that you're in now. It's okay. We're all friends here.
It's a safe space.
It's a safe space.
Well, it's good. Everyone's been very, very helpful, very nice. Even the customers, very patient, understanding. I feel like I have a good territory. So I need to learn the blanket term. I like to say sanitation equipment, but I don't think that's the word.
You're still learning.
Yeah. I don't know. I have to figure out it's like heavy equipment, I guess, is technically
right. Like
whatever.
Like garbage trucks, the street sweepers, the VACCON machines that get all the junk out of the sewers.
Yeah. We used to sell, I guess, excavators. It's very hard to say, so I'm glad we don't sell those anymore. I don't really still know how to say it, but you know how I am with speaking, so.
You speak fine. I think and I think we share this. It's the reading that gets us.
Yeah, that's true. Words are tricky when you look at them.
Oh, but it's great.
But yeah.
And so they support you.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the guy that owns the joint is a friend of ours from old karaoke days. And
shout out to D squared.
D squared. And he reached out to you when you were looking, because everybody knows that you were with me on the morning show quite a bit a couple months ago. And so you're in between jobs, and he reached out to you and kind of convinced you to come in and do this, fully aware that you would be one of the first women, at least in this area, in this particular position, right? So how does it feel being pulled into that, and how does that empower you as a woman here on International Women's Day?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Perfect.
I'm sorry, I was reading the chat.
Good
I was
job.
trying to hold down the chat. There was a lot of...
There's a lot going on when there's just two of us here in the lounge.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not used to all the attention being on me. I'm sorry.
Not for long.
I'm here now.
But I found it. I did find it interesting that it is International Women's Day, and you are in a position that is dominated by men, but you're with a company that supports. I guess my whole point is you're with a company that supports you as a woman, acknowledges that you're a woman, doesn't just brush it under because some people would say that's woke or whatever the case is. But I think acknowledging that there is a difference between men and women in the workplace in terms of pay, in terms of respect. Not in all cases, but in many cases, this is a silver lining, I suppose.
Yep.
And I would like to give a shout out to Southern Sewer for being that silver lining, a local company here on the Treasure Coast that's killing the game, and give my girl a job.
Yeah. Yeah, and they've been great.
Yeah.
They treat me like an equal, but...
Southern Sewer.
But everyone's very supportive, but they still have that, like, Southern hospitality, but they also don't mind letting me carry heavy stuff with them or getting in there and doing whatever. So...
And the point is, you can do those things, and you're willing to do those things, and so you should be able to. Yeah. And that
also blows them away a little bit too. And they've brought to my attention, obviously, things have changed. Like the times are changing. So
thank you, Bob Dylan.
Yeah, D squared likes to say he's taking Southern Sewer into the 21st century, kicking and screaming. So everything from like their technology to just their practices, the way they do things, who they hire, so. Yeah. So it's good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, am very proud of you, and
why, thank you.
And I'm very proud of Drew for taking that company kicking and screaming into the 21st century.
Yeah.
I do
they needed some upgrades. So
I think that's wonderful. Yeah. And I just wanted to touch on that.
Yes,
we're going to
thank you.
shift focus to our content for the evening.
Oh, well, and then just to conclude, like, obviously, as you can imagine, I'm sure they've all, and across the board, not even just at Southern Sewer, but all the municipalities and whatnot, just collectively, it's a different industry, kind of like so many. Like, it's not the same. They're like, if you got in 10, 20, even like 5 years ago, they're much more
whole different
accepting,
landscape.
understanding, politically correct, or, they can't really, they're not going to say anything out of line or off color because, you can't these days. So
Yeah.
they were like, it's a good time to be in the industry and to get in. And they have a lot of women operators that operate the equipment as well, or that's starting to become more popular as well, which is kind of cool. So
Well,
it's
wonderful.
a good time to be in the industry. Yeah, it's evolving, and, so more and more lassies are stepping up to the plate.
That's great, and it's great to see that the effort that women of the past have put into
Yeah.
getting women to be as equal as they are today.
Oh, but could you even imagine?
is happening,
could you even imagine 30 years ago?
Nope.
Oh,
No, I could not.
that would be a bad day. That would be like a one day and done, probably. Be
yeah,
like, well,
most
that
likely.
was fun. Everyone was so lovely,
yeah.
and let me know about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
but yeah, so it's good. And like I started to say, I have a good territory. Like, I think, I'm in kind of the middle of the state, so it's not the super south crowd, which I feel could be. I mean, it has its own situations.
Yeah.
Just language, whatever, and then super north, where their own language also, probably.
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
Georgia.
Yeah, North Carolina,
Right.
Texas, I don't know, whatever. So yeah, so it's a good group. They're all very like patient, laid back for the most part, very understanding, and all very accepting of. I tell all of them, I'm like, I'm super new, very green, patience, whatever you can teach me, I'd like to learn. And they're like, well, you got to start somewhere. Everyone was new at one point. So,
I like
and
that.
they have that attitude.
It's
so
good. It's
been
encouraging.
nice, yeah.
And you're not so green today. You're very red.
I yes,
You spent a little time in the sun today, huh?
I did. Oh, do we want to segue into that?
We don't have to.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
We'll save that
I
for
got
next
sun
time.
kissed today. Oh yeah, look at my cool tan.
Oh, God. It looks
Oh, it looks
crazy
so
on the
bad
camera.
on the camera. Oh, that's terrible. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's going to be a great screenshot.
Should I do it again?
Yeah. So good.
Awful.
Awesome. Well, I'm very proud of you, and I'm glad that they've taken you under the wing.
And I have a good support system.
Good.
My little Bradford.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, you guys. Well, we're gonna get into the show tonight because Jordan, Ellie said, "Jesus."
I'm sorry to just blind y'all.
So, International Women's Day. We're gonna hyper focus a little bit on the music industry here because if we just did the broad spectrum of all the amazing women that have had huge impact in the world, we'd be here for days, months, years. So we're going to hyper focus on some ladies in the music industry that have been making waves, some of them freshly and some of them for decades. And this is by no means a complete list of women that are and have been influential in the music industry, but these are a few ladies that we talk about fairly often here on the Jams and Cocktails podcast, and so we're going to spotlight them. So let's get into our little screen here so I can put up some photos. There we are. International Women's Day. So first, and I know if Philip is in the chat, I don't know if I saw him yet, but Philip and Pam, they love Taylor Swift. Philip, I think, is like benign to it, but Pam gets triggered every time we talk about Taylor Swift just because she's everywhere, right? She's in the news. She's doing music.
She's annoying.
And she's a doctor, honorary doctor.
Does that make you a real doctor?
But listen, we talked about Taylor when we did our philanthropy show a year ago. And regardless of how you feel about this kid's music, what she does outside of music is absolutely inspiring. So we're going to talk about her first, if you will. Taylor Swift, as I said, over the years, she's used her platform to speak out about women's issues, including the gender pay gap and reproductive rights, hot button topics these days. She's also been a vocal advocate for artists' rights and was instrumental in changing Apple Music's payment policy, in fact. Additionally, Taylor has been a supporter of the LGBTQ plus community and donating to causes like GLAAD and performing at Pride events. The list goes on. She also just randomly picks animal sanctuaries to donate money to. I think recently I did a story where she just gave 10 grand to an animal sanctuary because she saw something about it on social media. She is a force to be reckoned with, and she's doing absolute wonders in the world. And I applaud her. Thank you, Taylor Swift. Dr. Taylor. Dr. Swift.
I like her earrings.
Yeah. She slays it with music. I think we get tired of it because it's overplayed, but it's pretty good. It's good. She's got such a huge catalog of music.
Debatable.
Say what you want.
Have you read the lyrics to that Anti-Hero song?
I don't read lyrics. I just listened. I just like the beats.
Very weird song.
I just like the beats.
Yeah, it does have good. They're earworms for sure.
Moving on, the next. And by the way, Jordyn, this is just my list. If you have any to add to this afterwards, you could please do.
Okay.
Moving on to our next woman of note here on International Women's Day on the JNC podcast. We're going to talk about Rihanna. How could you not? She's been a powerful voice for women in the music industry, advocating for equal pay and opportunities. She's also used her platform to promote body positivity and self-love, encouraging women to embrace their unique beauty. Rihanna has also been a vocal advocate for social justice, using her foundation to support education, health, and emergency response programs around the world, including her native Barbados. And of course, recently in the halftime show, baby number 2 on the way. She really is a real woman. She's a self-made billionaire, Jordyn, with Fenty more so than her music business. Undeniable force to be reckoned with in the world, and as far as I'm concerned, a pillar example of International Women's Day. Self-made billionaire with a
correction.
I know. Gotta fix that in the transcript.
Yep. Insulting.
I know. And she's just gorgeous to boot. So, how about that? Next, we have these are two fairly new celebrities and movers and shakers in the business. Here's one from a time past, but still giving, and I love her so much. We have Dolly Parton, and she's been a trailblazer for women in country music for decades. She's used her success to support education and literacy programs for children through her Imagination Library, which has provided free books to millions of kids around the world. And she's also been an advocate for women's rights and has spoken out against gender discrimination and domestic violence. And I wanted to just put a note on the literacy program, her Imagination Library. What a cool concept. She buys thousands and thousands of books and then distributes them. Like, she is the ultimate librarian. Dolly Parton.
Who reads books?
Oh my God, Jordyn.
What is a book? Audio tape?
Books are magical. And listen,
Kindle?
audiobooks are just as good.
Is the Kindle?
Yes, the Kindle. But yeah, Dolly Parton doing the most and has been doing it for decades and decades, and still continuing. She's wonderful. So she has been noted in our movers and shakers here on Women's Day. Next up, a newcomer to the list, my list, newcomer to this world of influence here, and we're talking about Lizzo. She's been an inspiration to women of all ages with her message of self-love and body positivity. She's used her music to promote a message of inclusivity and acceptance, encouraging women to love themselves and their bodies no matter what. Lizzo has also been a vocal advocate for social justice, using her platform to speak out against police brutality and promote racial equality as well. Lizzo, a firecracker. Her music's undeniable, and she puts herself out there time after time. Love her. Love her. And then finally, this one goes back a ways. And she's been putting her heart on her sleeve and standing up for women's rights probably longer than Dolly. Maybe the same amount of time. Maybe longer. But we have Joni Mitchell. She's, of course, a singer-songwriter who's been a pioneer for women in the music industry for decades. Her music has inspired generations of artists, and her powerful lyrics have tackled issues like love, loss, and social justice. Joni's also been an advocate for women's rights, using her platform to promote gender equality and speak out against discrimination. Joni Mitchell. These ladies, you guys, have all been absolutely influential in the music business as women and advocates for women's rights. And they have used their platform to promote social justice, support marginalized communities, and empower women to embrace their true selves. And we can all learn from their example and strive to make a positive impact in the world ourselves. And as a man, speaking about women's rights, I don't really, I assume, have a personal connection, I suppose, but I am an ally, and I think that's as important as anything. Just like Drew for Jordyn, in making sure that she has the everything she needs to be successful at her job in a male-dominated industry. It's important for dudes to understand that ladies are just as cool and just as capable, and these women that I just listed off have been doing it far longer than I have, than many of us have. So there you have it. That is my short list of inspiring women here on International Women's Day. Anything to add, Jordyn? Any women to add to your list?
Well, I have two more I just thought of.
Ooh, I love it.
Oh. Well, actually, yeah, I guess two. We'll stick with two. First and foremost, we cannot go without thanking Madonna. As controversial as she is.
Sure.
She's done all of that. So, all that you said about the others.
Absolutely.
Yeah, pushes the boundaries,
Yeah, but Madonna, regardless of what anybody thinks of her or has thought of her, because what we're thinking about Madonna right now is not unusual to her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She has been looked at this way since she started out in 1980. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yep.
People have been like, wow, she's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, she looks weird. Wow, she's so over the top. This is not new for Madonna. Mm-hmm. And so, we talk about it because we're a pop culture podcast. We talk entertainment news, and we all have our thoughts. And but at the same time, in the same breath, she's been doing this longer than any of us in this room has been born. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And, who are we to judge Madonna? We can't bitch on Madonna.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's her song. Yeah.
And all of the good that she has done, all the philanthropy that she has done mm-hmm. in her career, we'll never even be able to touch it.
Yep.
Unless, of course, we become, super influential as well, but for the in the scope of reality, we'll never be able to touch what Madonna has done. And so I applaud that.
Yep.
That's a great addition to the list.
Thank you.
We love Madge. We love her.
Madonna. Mm-hmm. And then also, we could not go without mentioning my girl, Shania Twain.
Oh, Shania.
Yeah. Spearheaded just a bunch. And about the same as all of them. Body positivity, embracing getting older.
Yep. Still killing the game.
Yeah,
she's still amazing.
Killing the game, still beautiful, still doing the dang thing. So.
And she went through it too. She had a lot. She went through quite a bit of struggle in her early career with misogyny.
Yeah.
And in
a male-dominated industry.
Men thinking they knew what was best for her career.
Yep.
And she was young and impressionable, like we all are,
and
men
married
included.
To one of
married to one of them.
Producer men. Yeah.
So
overcame a lot. Yeah.
She sure did.
And persevered. And then losing her parents young.
Yeah. That's a big deal.
So
love it. We haven't I think we have a story in the Jordyn files later about Shania.
Ah, of course, my girl. And also the Kardashians, just as a whole, probably. And that's all we can say about them, really.
No, listen, man. They had a leg up.
There's something.
You know, their dad was very famous for his work on the O.J. Simpson case.
Yes. And then Kim and Ray J were famous for other reasons. But the whole family... That probably really launched her.
Took it to the next level and established a dynasty. Like their kids are going to be...
they're basically the royal family, aren't they? Like the U.S. of A.
Oh, God, I hope not. But listen...
But if you're going to compare them to something...
Kendall Jenner is a self-made billionaire herself. And she's what, 22, 23?
Kendall or Kylie?
Kylie. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Oh.
Right?
The lipstick or the tequila?
The lipstick.
Oh, Kylie.
Yeah. Whatever, man. These kids are amazing.
Yeah.
Say what you want about the Kardashians.
Yeah.
They deserve it too. International Women's Day.
Hey, you can't be great without some controversy, you know?
Paige said, she said, ooh, Kardashians are not the royal family. Hey, man.
They're the U.S. of A's royal family.
Somebody's got to be the royal family.
Hey, the royal family's not that much better.
Somebody's got to do it.
Not that great either. I don't know.
Oh. All right.
Especially without Diana.
Any other?
She's another one. Diana. Princess Diana.
Oh, sure.
I would say.
Yep.
She did a lot.
She did do a lot.
Yeah. It's very sad. I get very, even though, she passed away when I was like 8.
Yeah.
I felt very connected to her. I had the purple Beanie Baby in her honor. The Princess Diana Beanie Baby. I don't know. Anytime I watch anything on the royal family and Diana, and even when she just like speaks, she just had like this very like...
She's a captivating lady.
Yeah, calming voice. Like, and everything she did, she just didn't really care about the monarchy or the, I don't know.
Yeah.
Any negativity. She just did what she felt was right to do. Yeah. And I applaud her. All the things she did. And, just with the AIDS, people with AIDS and all of it. She was a nice lady.
She was a nice lady.
Even though I didn't know her personally. I feel like I did.
Starting to sound like a Candle in the Wind 1997. Would have liked to known that I was just a kid.
Like a candle in
burned out long before.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel with her. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Elton did it.
Yeah.
It was a good song to choose.
Yeah. It makes sense. I feel it.
Oh,
but
man.
Anyway, that's probably enough. I mean, we could go on and on and on, but yeah.
Well, we got more to come, you guys. We're going to take a quick musical interlude. When we return, it's time for Name That Tune in the Jordyn Files, so stick around, you guys. This is Jams and Cocktails. We'll be right back.
Let me paint you a picture. 6,000 miles on a windy road. 2-lane highway to Nashville, Tennessee. How can southbound we vow to find a home? That old 89 blue Chevy van could not pass 55. Just enough food packed to last a week. We're lucky to be alive. We'll get there when we get there, he kept saying. That old Atlas had never let him down. We'll get there when we get there, I'm just saying. Old plans lost, new dreams to be found. Twice a week on a road to Miami. The movie star is who she dreamed to be. Met that broken boy, fell hard as an old oak. That broken boy fell hard and bent the knee. He He played that old guitar as she sang him a tune. Rolled long and hard, now they have the stars and moon. We'll get there when we get there, he kept saying. That old Atlas had never let him down. We'll get there when we get there, I'm just saying. Old plans lost, new dreams to be found. He plays that old guitar as she sings him a tune. Roll long and hard, now they have the stars and moon. We'll get there when we get there, he kept saying. Help us out, guys. That old Atlas had never let him down. Come on. We'll get there when we get there, I'm just saying. Old plans lost, new dreams to be found. Old plans lost, new dreams to be found.
All right, there you have it. That's the Leafy Greens Band. We love them so much. Jordyn and I were just talking off air that we were going to. We got to figure out where they're playing around here. We want to go see them because they're awesome. They were guests of ours. They were supposed to be on our show. I guess, God, 3 years ago now? How's it been? Oh, my God. It can't be that long ago. 2 years ago. And Jordyn, it was right at the end of 2020. And Jordyn and I, we caught the vid. And so we told them not to come. But we were able to do the show over Skype. So that show's available. But it would be nice to have them in the lounge. We actually did have them on the Johnny Ringo show. Probably months and months later after that. And they got to play a couple tunes, which was nice. But yeah, we want to go see them live. I've seen them a couple of times. Jordyn has yet to see them out live in the world. So the Leafy Greens Band, check them out. That's one of my favorite songs from them. All right.
Dynamite.
Yeah, Dynamite. Well, you guys, it's time for another mind-bending round of Name That Tune. That's right. We invite all of our live viewers and listeners to play along in the chats and comments. We're looking for the name of the song and the name of the artist or band performing it. This week's category is Glow Up, Women's Empowerment. Glow Up.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. Well, you're going to figure it out. Are we ready to play?
Well, I guess it's just me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how about you over there, Derek? Are you ready to play? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Anybody ready to play? Anybody? No. I'm still here.
Awkward.
Oh. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, I know what's gonna happen here. Oh, hold on. Now I have to get back over to the screen. There we go. All right, Jordyn, are you ready? First clue coming at you, and to all of you out there playing along at home. This is Songs of Women's Empowerment.
What you want, baby, I got what you need.
Pretty easy one to start it off, I think. Here it is once again.
What you want, baby, I got what you need.
Let me know when you're ready there, Jordyn. She's working real hard over there on that clue.
I'm ready.
Jordyn's ready.
Are any of our fans?
Nobody in yet, but that's okay. Aaron nailed it right out of the gate. What do you got? R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Aretha Franklin is absolutely correct. Aaron got it as well.
Oh, little respect when you just a little bit.
jam.
It is a jammy jam. All right, all right. Next clue. Are we ready?
She ain't gonna do us wrong. Right? Is that what you... Okay. Yeah.
Man, I'm going.
Yeah. Okay. I'm ready.
It's a jam. Kind of want to listen to the whole song now.
Yeah. And eat jam.
And eat jam. Jams and cocktails.
We need to still do that.
We're going to do that.
Where we just eat different jams.
Yeah, we're going to have a jam tasting while we have drinks as well.
And listen to jams.
We'll do a jams and cocktails pairing. We'll figure it out. All right, next clue for Name That Tune. We're brainstorming on the
awful.
show also. Here we go.
Some of them men think they freak this like we do, but no, they don't. Make your check come in.
Here's that random clue one more time.
Some of them men think they freak this like we do, but no, they don't. Make your check come in.
I'll tell you, this woman,
I know who it is.
She basically made the list, or was like she almost made the list tonight. She was almost on the list. Paige got the correct artist for that. Paige is also asking, where's the team? Well, Ellie's losing all of her money at the craps table down at the Hard Rock, and Derek is off tonight. His mom was having some health issues, so he's taking care of that. So it's just me and Jordyn, and of course our guest tonight, Patrick. He was under the weather, so he wasn't able to make it. We're gonna have to reschedule. So we're just having a good time all by ourselves.
Lucky us.
And all of you out there, we appreciate you. All right, Jordyn, what do you have? It is Beyonce. No, even a guess for Women's Empowerment Day. No guess on what the song might be.
Mighty Me.
No, it's Girls Run the World. Run the World, girls.
Should have known that.
Who runs the world?
Squirrels. Squirrels.
That's what the squirrels are singing in the trees out there.
Yeah.
All right. Next song on our Women's Empowerment Name That Tune list. Are you ready? Here it comes.
And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my.
Why the hard eye roll?
Remember when that was a jam?
It's still a jam. It was just a jam over and over and over and over again until radio killed it.
I don't even know.
Here's that clue one more time.
And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my.
That song was drilled into your mind, and you can't even remember the artist. That did.
I don't remember the last name. I think I know her first name.
I'll take that. I'd take that. All right. Look at all the other comments here. All right, ready? Let me see what you got.
I feel like the last name was something with an S or a P. Maybe not.
Rachel something. Platten. Rachel Platten,
see?
Fight Song.
This
S
is
or a
my
P.
fight song. Take back my life song.
Aaron said, Alexa, Fight Song.
That's definitely how you asked for
Yeah,
it.
that's how you ask for it, for sure.
Yeah.
It might give you the Rocky theme, too. I don't know.
Yep.
Paige asked, that was a jam?
Wow.
It was a jam. All right. We got a couple more.
At one time,
Are you ready for
it
this
was
clue?
a jam.
I thought it was. I still think it's a jam.
At first I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never.
I think it's a jam. Whenever I hear it at the grocery store, I think it's a jam.
At first I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never.
Yeah, she's thinking real hard about who it is.
I know who sings it.
I actually just did a story on this song on the Jams and Coffee Morning Show. It was on this day, music history. It was the only disco Grammy ever awarded. Before they finally, in 1980, the Grammys decided to put a disco category. It was the only song, it was the first and only Grammy Award ever awarded to a disco.
I'm just going to go with my gut instinct, but I don't think it's right.
Aaron said Diana Ross, and that's not correct.
That's what I was going to put, but I think it's the other one who I get confused with Diana Ross.
Well, write it down.
Well, no, I was going to put Diana Ross, but I think it's the other person.
It's not Diana Ross.
I can't even think who the other person is, though.
Paige said an amazing song, and I can't remember it.
See?
that's what this is for. This is we're inebriating and educating you by day and by night. All right, I think the time is up. What do you have right now? I will tell you that the initials, you're right there. The initials are GG.
Gladys?
Nope.
GG. Oh, Gloria Gaynor.
That is absolutely correct. Gloria Gaynor, I will survive. Jam. That piano intro is so iconic.
It's probably got to be on our wedding playlist.
I just want to learn how to play it on the piano. I'm going to learn it note for note so that when I sit down at a hotel bar and it's dead silent, you just hear people drinking drinks and there's a piano there. I'm just going to
just have the sound
and then walk away.
Just have the sound bar do it.
Yeah, the sound bar. Nice. All right, we've got one more song here in this round of Name That Tune. Here's the last clue.
You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough.
Here's that clue one more time for you.
You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough.
Paige said, yes, add it now to the wedding playlist. Oh, and you are doing it right now.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Spotify's been
This is a
funky.
live show, you guys. You tell us what to do, and we basically do it.
Yeah.
Paige said, Katy Perry, Eye of the Tiger. That's not correct. It is Katy Perry, so I'll give you half credit there. Eye of the Tiger is by a band called Survivor from the film Rocky. Bum, 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 bum.
Roy.
Funny enough, Aaron said exactly the same thing. Katy Perry, Eye of the Tiger. You guys are wild out there.
That's what I put too.
Oh my God. You guys are crazy. That's 3 random people that all said Eye of the Tiger.
Oh, yeah, it's just Roar, isn't it?
It is just
Yeah.
Roar.
And you're gonna hear me roar.
Dang it.
That is the funniest thing I've seen all day.
It shows that all humans.
That's crazy
alike.
funny. Now, why would I put the name of the song in the clue?
You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough.
Well, I guess I didn't put in the clue. But yeah. I've got the eye of the tiger.
Do-do-do-do.
Paige said I almost said rar. That's Paige's catchphrase in
Rar.
our sitcom of life. Great job, everybody. Maybe. I don't know. Did anybody get any of it? Oh, man.
Pretty decent.
Not too shabby. All right, you guys. Well, it's time for some empowering women's news headlines in the Jordyn Files.
Lordy, lordy, lordy. It's Jordyn, Jordyn, Jordyn. That's not it.
I think we still have our empowering women's day stuff up there too.
That's good. That's all that really needs to be there.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I'll pull that down there. Jordyn, it's the Jordyn Files. What's
Brad.
going on? What's new? What's shaking, bacon?
Oh, not much. It's been a whole week since my birthday.
That's kind of hard to believe, isn't it?
We're enjoying the Dubs trips.
Yeah, yeah. How is 33 treating you so far?
It feels the same as 32. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I turned 33, I couldn't believe it was 10 years after I turned 23.
Whoa.
And now I'm balls deep in that next decade.
And 12 years since you could drink.
What's great, I wrote a song when I turned 23. I wrote a song called Happy Birthday, and it was basically kind of a retrospective about, my life up to 23 and
Fool.
and like what my life was going to be like after 23 and conquering the world and the whole 9 yards,
Fool.
And then 10 years passed, and then 33 happened, and that was 5 years ago.
Now you're looking at 43. Good job, Brad.
Oh, I think I even mentioned 43 in the song too.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you do a part 2.
Kind of a terrible song, but the lyrics are pretty good. I might have to maybe re-record it or revamp it.
Maybe in the outro you can play it.
Probably not.
Oh, okay. Anyway, hi guys. Jordy Files here. I'm Jordy. And tonight we will find out the artists that inspired Shania Twain, Lizzo's thoughts about reviving the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and another album from our youth turns 20 years old, if you can believe it.
Speaking of being really old songs and
Look
being
at how this
old.
all ties together.
I
Isn't
know.
that wonderful?
Gosh, we do it justice, don't we?
Oh, yeah. It's going to blow your socks right off. Unless you're in Florida. You're probably not wearing socks.
I'm not wearing socks.
I'm not either. Never. It's awful. Do not recommend. But first, let's start with our birthdays. So today, March 8th, 2023, we are celebrating Benny Blanco is 35 today. Rapper, songwriter, and producer, that is. Worked with Jessie J and Katy Perry and was Khalifa.
Katy Perry, who we just heard from.
With the Eye of the Tiger.
The Eye of the Tiger song.
Kat Von D, if you can believe, is 41. Tattoo artist who was featured on Miami Ink. and LA Ink. And she also makes makeup as well. Makeup line.
Yeah, man. Her tattoos are dope, too.
Yeah.
She's
Some would argue she has the best liquid eyeliner also, if you can imagine that with her dark eyes like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, with her makeup look. Next, this one is kind of crazy. Freddie Prinze Jr. is 47 today. Oh,
I feel like this is a very old photograph of him.
definitely.
Because he's like super great. He's like me now.
He's very salty, not so peppery,
Dude,
hair-wise.
it gives me hope. I'm just like Freddie Prinze Jr., just like him.
Yeah.
We're exactly alike,
Yeah.
identical.
Yeah. He is an actor. He was in She's All That, I Know What You Did Last Summer, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and Summer Catch. Oh, I've seen all of those. And
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. I was just going to say. Yep.
Scooby-Doo-Doo. Paige just put like big bug eyes in the comments. I know, 47.
47. He is creeping up on the 50.
It blew my mind this morning on the morning show. I was like, holy cow.
This one is a gag because literally I think last night I saw a TikTok featuring this next person and blew my mind how old he looks. James Vanderbeek is 46. He does not look like that anymore.
A very young photograph. Well, he's
Very-
just got a very big beard now. He's rocking a nice beard these days.
Yeah. He's had a lot of children, so I think that also has something to do with it. He's very wrinkled. He doesn't look bad, but it's just like you just remember him as little sweet Dawson, so it's a lot to take in
Yeah.
for the young 90s heartthrobs.
I feel like the older he gets, the more he looks like Huey Lewis.
Yeah.
He's getting that kind of, where the face, and don't get me wrong, I think
Well,
Huey
his
Lewis is a
eyes-
beautiful man, but I
it's
feel
kinda
like
Taylor
everything's
Swift too. His eyes are going to eventually just. Can he see?
Yeah, I think
I don't
everything just
know.
kind of, I mean, it's for all of us. It all happens to all of us. Our faces
Gravity.
just kind of like fall,
The
you know.
gravity takes its toll.
But like some people, like
it's
like
sped up.
James,
It's sped up.
his face has always kind of like been kind of like droopy. And so I feel like maybe it just happens faster.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, James. I'm actually a huge fan.
Yeah,
and I love you.
And he's adorable.
And you are a beautiful man.
Yeah.
You know, so you spend most of your life a beautiful man. So
Yeah.
enjoy being ugly like me.
Yeah. Oh, but it was so funny. And his little, side note. But yeah, the TikTok was like he was holding one of his kids. And I guess the family had got some puzzle that was like 90s icon or heartthrobs or I don't know, something puzzle. And it had all these little like pop arty kind of photos on and he's like, I just have to take this down for a minute. He's like, is there a chance that I'm on here? And he's, looking and he's like, oh no, it's got, I don't even remember who he said, but just X, Y, and Z people, like it has Jennifer Aniston and like, I don't know, whatever else.
All these 90s
yeah, all these people on it. Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, no, this has such and whatever on it. And then there he's like, oh, it does. And it was down there and it was his crying face thing, the crying photo. That was his little meme thing. Anyway.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was cute. It was funny. But anyway, yeah, so he was in Dawson's Creek. That was enough said about him.
What was it about that show? Because wasn't Katie Holmes? She kind of has that kind of like droop face too.
And so does Michelle Williams.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's the
not so much though.
Pass.
But like, I think that
she's
Katie
got
Holmes is very pretty.
She's got the little mouse eyes.
Yeah.
Or not mouse. I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe the casting director just had a type. He was just like, I just want all these people that look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Make it like a,
It was a stellar cast, though. Oh, it's so cute. My grandma and I used to watch Dawson's Creek together.
It's a good show. It's very wholesome. Very wholesome. It really taught kids of the 90s about life at the 90s.
It was a rough
You watch
time.
it now, it's a weird show.
Yeah,
it
makes no sense.
Like the Twilight Zone now.
Oh, yeah, so he is 46. Just a year behind Freddie Prinze Jr.
I love him.
Gonna butcher this one, but Boris Kojo is 50 today.
He looks better than all of them.
Oh, well, obviously. Yeah, look at him.
Black Don't Crack.
Yep, beautiful.
Beautiful, man. Seriously.
He was in the Resident Evil films. He was in Medea's Family Reunion and Starship Troopers 3.
I didn't know they made 3 of them.
I guess I don't even know what Starship Troopers is.
Oh, man, it was great. That was like the first film that, oh my God, she was married to Charlie Sheen. What's her name?
Oh, Denise Richards?
Yeah, it was her first film.
Oh.
It was the Starship Troopers.
Is that like when they're on an airplane or something?
No, they were on a starship. No, they were like fighting aliens from Mars or something. I don't know.
Oh.
It was a pretty gory, pretty horrendous film altogether. Kind of a cluster, but yes, Denise Richards' film debut.
Interesting.
Starship Troopers.
Good stuff. Well, he is the big 5-0 today.
He looks amazing.
Yeah.
He looks younger than me.
Well, we don't know when that photo was taken, Brad.
I do.
Oh.
On the site that I get all these birthdays from, it like puts their age at several photos and it goes down in their ages and kind of like catalogs them.
Ah.
So this is probably fairly recent in the last 5 years. Wild.
Yes. Next birthday.
Good for you, Boris.
Boris. That's a good old man name. Next old man. Lester Holt is 64 today. News anchor and journalist.
I watch Lester every day.
Do you?
I watch NBC on the whatever the free one is on the Roku. So when I want to sit down and have lunch every day, I have my lunch. I put on the NBC Now or whatever, and then I get my little news fill. And Lester's always on there. He's the anchor of the nightly news. Yeah, he made history himself.
I was just gonna say, yeah, he was the first African American host of NBC Nightly News,
and is currently still the NBC the host of nightly news. Yes. He's wonderful. He's a great reporter. I always feel comforted by his reporting. For what that's worth these days.
Next, no idea who this is, but Milana Vayantrub.
Now you don't know her name. Before you read the description, look at her face. Do you know who she is immediately?
Looks like Hayden Panettiere with dark hair. I don't know who it is. No.
Okay, read the description.
I saw something about AT&T.
She's from the AT&T commercials. She's Lily from the AT&T commercials. The perky little...
The pasty one?
I don't know. I mean, she's clearly not pasty, but...
Yeah, no, nothing. Got nothing. Yeah, she's Lily Adams from the very popular AT&T commercials.
I've seen all of them. I recorded them on my VCR. And my VHS tapes.
Her role in the College Humor Originals web series.
Okay, well, that
She's
wasn't as
36.
exciting as I
She's-
thought it was going
She's
to be.
36 today.
Paige said yes, the pasty one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I didn't recognize her. She looks very tan in that photo.
Oh, no.
Mickey Dolenz is 78 today.
Mickey Dolenz.
Dolenz,
Yes.
actor and musician, best known for his time drumming and singing for 1960s rock band The Monkees.
Hey, hey, we're the monkeys.
Yes. Hits including Last Train to Clarksville and Daydream Believer.
Who was
Not
the-
to be confused with Belieber.
Who was the lead singer of the Monkees?
Davy Jones.
Yes, Jordyn. Yes.
Yes, I can retire now.
Very proud of you for that one.
Thank you.
You're great, man.
Thank you.
Mickey Dolenz still hanging with us, man.
Still going strong at 78.
78.
78 biggins.
Nice. Nice. Happy birthday to our celebrities there.
Yes.
All right.
What a group.
Ready to get into the meat and potatoes of this Jordie Files?
Yeah, let's get through this here, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, we've spoken about all of these people, ladies. Shania Twain salutes Taylor Swift, Adele, and others who have inspired her on International Women's Day. Shania Twain celebrated International Women's Day by saluting the artists who continue to inspire her. On the list was Taylor Swift, Adele, and Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson.
So I guess Shania has a new song called Queen of Me, and she highlighted several singers, beginning with Taylor. The video took note of how Taylor's Midnights was the first album to sell over 1 million copies in 1 week since her own Reputation album in 2017. As for Adele, Shania celebrated her having the most Brit Awards won by a woman, which includes being the first solo artist to win Album of the Year 3 times. Not 1, not 2, but 3. That's what 3 sounds like, folks. When it comes to Kelly Clarkson, she praised the singer for winning the People's Choice Award for Daytime Talk Show of 2022.
Her talk show is pretty dope.
It
she's
is pretty good.
She's great.
She's good, yeah,
She
she's
really is
cute.
wonderful.
Yeah, I like her. She also applauded Dolly Parton for her philanthropy and Kelsa Ballerini for her
Kelsey Ballerini.
Oh, Kelsey. What did I say? Kelsa?
Yeah.
What did I? Kelsa.
Kelsey.
Ballerini for her.
She's a wildly popular,
advocacy.
very famous country singer.
Oh. Right.
We know Jordyn just listens to smooth jazz. That's all that she listens to these days.
Is she a country singer from like the last 15 years?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Got nothing there. Yeah. So anyway, yes, look at Shania shouting out the other ladies.
Yeah, no, we love Shania Twain.
Yeah, so she...
Hopefully they
she's
return
good.
the favor.
Look at her on that horse.
Yeah, up there on her high horse.
Ha! Next article. Is that all? We're good to move on, Brad?
We're going to move on.
Okay.
Sure.
I just didn't know if you wanted to add anything. Lizzo questions motives behind revamped revival of Victoria's Secret fashion show. After a 4-year hiatus, the Victoria's Secret fashion show has been rebooted and is returning to the runway, this time featuring models of different body types and ethnicities. But Lizzo is concerned that the new changes being instituted are disingenuous. Bum, bum.
That was a 50-cent word, and you got it.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, I thought you were going to do the dun dun dun. Why does she think that they're disingenuous, Brad?
Well, the singer retweeted the teaser promoting the show's revival and commented, "This is a win for inclusivity, for inclusivity's sake." She also questioned how long the fashion show will feature diverse models. She went on to say, "But if brands start doing this only because they've received backlash, then what happens when the trends change again?" She said, do CEOs of these companies truly value inclusivity, or do they just value money? So that's what she's concerned that they're doing it because it's trendy.
Oh, is it kind of like when she changed a word in her song?
But for a different reason. Maybe. Are you trying to say that Lizzo's being a hypocrite?
Kind of. I'm sorry, and I'm the first one to love Lizzo, but
Interesting perspective.
if the boot fits.
Interesting perspective.
Yeah.
The difference is Victoria's Secret is a huge mega corporation, and Lizzo is an artist.
Yeah, but it's the same principle.
I mean, I guess if you bring it down to the nuts and bolts,
Yeah.
it is similar.
Could be said about everything, too.
Yeah, I don't think that Lizzo changed. Changed the. So here's my thoughts on that. I don't think Lizzo changed the lyric in her song because she was afraid she was going to lose money from it. I think she changed the lyric because she genuinely realized that she offended somebody and that it was not necessary.
But because she would lose fans, which would equate to losing money.
No, maybe not necessarily.
Less people would go to her shows.
I don't genuinely believe that she made that decision based on a financial standpoint. I think she made the decision because it was brought to her attention and she said, you're right, that is insensitive. What she's saying, and she's not accusing so far Victoria's Secret of doing, is doing it to pander just for sales.
Well, it's like, come on, Lizzo. Of course they only want to make money. They charge $50 for a freaking bra. Hello, obviously.
So there
no
you go.
bra that's better than at Walmart.
Right. So now,
Obviously.
So now, do you see the point?
Welcome to capitalist America, baby.
You know, she's not necessarily changing the lyric in their song so that she could sell more songs.
The real question, though, is are they going to make undergarments for the bigger girls?
I don't know.
That is the real question. Because if they are,
well, listen. The statement. Victoria's Secret responded to that critique in a statement to Page 6, which the company said, we're working to put our customer at the center of all we do and reinforce our commitment to championing women's voices and their unique perspectives. And as we previously stated or shared, our new brand projection and mission will continue to be our guiding principle, and this will lead us into new spaces like reclaiming one of our best marketing and entertainment properties to date and turning it on its head to reflect who we are today. We're excited to share more later on this year, and that, of course, is talking about their fashion show. So, hey, man, she's just saying she's concerned that they're not being genuine about inclusivity.
and I think that would come back to if they are offering a selection for
No, perhaps.
all shapes and sizes in their store.
Do they not already do that?
No, sir.
Really?
No.
Interesting. I don't shop there. I don't even go in there.
Yeah, no.
I haven't been into a Victoria's Secret in
over
100
like
years.
a double D or maybe even just a D, got nothing for you.
Interesting.
I think the bottoms only go up to like a large.
Aren't there
just
other
obvious.
places like that, like Hollister and like
Yeah.
for dudes? Dudes just don't care,
Well, yeah, guys don't really care about their undergarments. I
you know.
guess.
But like, yeah, Hollister. They.
Yeah, no, but there's no.
I bought a large Hollister polo shirt one time, and it was the smallest thing I ever put on my
yeah,
body.
it's kind of like that. Yeah.
I was like,
And then
oh my god, I
they-
need a
well,
triple
and they
XL.
even took it a step further. They have the pink, which is like actually for the juniors or the teens, and the Victoria's Secret is supposed to be for like the women, but it's like for the athletic women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
I mean, if they're catering to all shapes and sizes, then I'd say it's slightly better, right?
All right. Well, we'll have to see.
We'll see what they say. I mean, I haven't
see.
been into a Victoria's Secret since like
But just
2016, so
just
I have no
to
idea
reiterate,
what's going on.
I get what you're saying. I totally get where you're coming from.
I'm just devil's advocate.
I enjoy the argument. I think it's fair, and she should be able to defend herself on that, you know, because she did. You know, she she noticed a change in the trend, saying, "Oh, that's a bad lyric. I shouldn't have done that."
And she's not the only one.
And so maybe Victoria's Secret genuinely is saying, we've excluded big girls for too long, and now we're going to make a change. And so what she's saying is she just hopes that it's genuine and that they carry on doing that, you know?
Yeah.
So
I
we'll
like
see.
it. Yeah. I support it.
I like Lizzo and her flutes. What's next? She's a great flute player. She's really good.
You're a great flute player.
Thanks, Jordyn.
Last but not least, just to make you all feel old, because that's how we like to go out in the Jordie Files. So you all are probably wondering which album now is turning the big 2-0.
I can't wait to know.
Almost old enough to drink. Do you all remember a little album, Wake Me Up by Evanescence? Yep. Well, that is the one. It was released on March 4th, 2023. And, oh wait, no.
The name of the album was Fallen.
Sorry.
Yeah, Wake Me Up was on that.
Was the jam.
Yeah, that
so
was the
Fallen
jam.
has turned 20 this past Saturday.
Holy shit.
Yes. So all the jams bring me to life, right?
Yeah?
Yeah. Yep. And we're old. And
And we're old.
and that's really
God.
that's really it. Probably, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish they would do more music. What happened to them?
Well, in an interview with
Where is
Rock
Amy?
Sound last November, she teased that she had an idea to mark the 20th anniversary, adding it probably won't be what everyone expects. So
Yeah, like nothing.
it's yeah, I guess like nothing. But maybe they'll do it.
Because she had a beautiful voice. We need more. We need more Evanescence.
She still has a beautiful voice. She's still
Bring
doing
it
her
back.
thing.
Bring it back. She has songs?
I mean, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know if she's doing that.
Mm.
But yeah, they were top of their game.
Oh, My Immortal. Oh, that was like every
that was a good
emo
one, too.
teenage girl and probably boys. Like,
Yeah,
you
the
just
boys
sat in your room and cried.
back in 2003. The boys would listen to it in their cars with their windows rolled up,
on volume like 3, so no one could hear but you.
just sobbing at the red lights. You know,
Oh, yeah, that was a jam.
20 years old, huh?
Yep.
Wild.
Yeah, so that's a time. And if you don't know about it, you're too young to be listening to this. No.
Yeah, probably go to bed. It's past your
Yeah,
bedtime.
go listen to Evanescence and get cultured on your emo roots,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Gosh. Go back to the early 2000s.
Oh,
And that's probably it. I think that was long enough. Thank you all. This is the Jordie Files, where you never know what you're going to get, but you always get something.
You always get something. It's kind of like trick or treating.
Yeah. Is it a trick or is it a
Yeah,
treat?
you're gonna knock
I
on the
don't
door.
know.
You don't know what you're gonna get, but you're likely to get something.
Yeah. And like, you don't know what you just witnessed, but you liked it.
Yeah, you kind of liked it a
I
little
think
bit.
a little bit. Enough
Oh
to
my
maybe
God.
check back next week.
All right, you guys.
Thank you, Brad.
It's time for another break. When we come back, we've got midweek motivation for the first time in ages. And we're gonna hit you with our shameless plugs. This is JNC. Stick around. More to come. We'll be right back.
Dark days with blue skies, it was killing me with bedroom eyes, and I had lost my mind from loving a man on the borderline. Big truths in his little lies. Oh, you know I was hypnotized. But if you bend over backwards, it might break your spine. Oh, but it'll heal in time. Because rain clouds don't live forever, but I stayed bitter as I gotten better as as I broke down. I came around and I'm good friends with 4 a.m. Now I sold my heart to the sleeve of a careless wearer. I was his trial, he was my error. Warm days, cold nights. I lived in the dark, waiting for the light. I went 2 rounds, held tight, holding to something that wasn't right. And if you live in your daydreaming, you might lose your mind. Oh, but you will come to find, well, that rain clouds don't live forever, but I stayed bitter as I had gotten better. As I broke down, I came around, and I'm good friends with 4 a.m. Now I sold my heart to the sleeve of a careless will. When I was his trial, he was my error.
Summer Gill there. Yeah.
Yay.
Summer Gill there with the trial later. I was just telling Jordyn, I was like, I text Summer. One day I happened to be listening to that song in the car. It came on the radio. And I text her. And I was like, and I listened to the words and I was like tearing up as I was driving. And I was like, God, I am a sap. But I text her. I was like, oh, Summer, this is the saddest song I've ever heard in my life. She was cracking up. Yeah, Trial and Error. Great tune. We love Summer.
Philip said he loves this song.
Yeah, it's a good jam.
Hi, Philip.
Yeah, Philip, welcome to the show, man. All right, you guys. What did I say I was going to do? Oh, yes. Welcome back. Of course. Since Ellie is out this week, losing all her money at the craps table, as I've been mentioning. Yeah, what happened to her?
Why is the game called Craps? Isn't that a terrible name?
Hold that thought.
Okay,
and we'll
sorry.
We'll come
I just
back
had an internal thought I needed to vocalize. Maybe someone knows.
We'll come back. If anybody out there knows why it's called craps,
it's a terrible choice.
Otherwise, we'll look it up. We'll talk about it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But since she's out this week, I'm reviving the midweek motivation segment.
Awesome.
I know. Oh. Awesome. Let's do it. The great theme song.
Very Miami Vice of you.
Midweek motivation's coming back, baby.
Hot and heavy.
Yep. I'm telling you. If you guys have missed midweek motivation, this is an insider thing. Only you tuning in right now, and the millions of you that are going to download this episode later will know. Midweek Motivation is going to become its own podcast pretty soon. We're reviving it. We're doing it. And here's a little taste of what you're going to get. As we all know, rejection is an unavoidable part of the working world. Whether it's a job interview that didn't go as planned, an application for a grant that was denied, or any other type of professional setback. At some point in your life, at some point in our lives, we all have to deal with disappointment brought on by denial of something that we've worked hard for. And although this can be incredibly disheartening, it's important to remember a few key things that can help you transform this rejection into at least some kind of success. And firstly, it's important to know that being rejected does not mean you're not good enough. Rejection doesn't equate to failure. We all deal with rejection, and it can be a crucial step to our success. Rather than seeing rejection as a sign of complete failure, reframe it as an opportunity to grow and learn. There's always something to be learned from any situation, and evaluating what went wrong can help you make better decisions in the future. And secondly, accept that rejection is part of the process. Because the truth is, while it's second nature to be upset or feel insecure, it's important to keep our defeats in perspective. Put them in the context of the broader journey you're on. You may have had a setback which needs to be processed and acknowledged, but it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. And thirdly, and kind of important, and a sidebar note that we're all just kind of, you guys don't know, but me and Jordyn have just had this conversation. Take time for yourself. Rejection can take a toll on our mental health, and it's essential to take time to reset, reflect, and look after your well-being. Stillness, self-care, and self-reflection are important processes that should not be overlooked or taken for granted. Real talk, you guys. And finally, have faith in yourself. Believe that things will ultimately turn out for the best, and that the worst outcome often leads to the best one. Believe in your potential and what moves and what keeps you moving towards your goals, no matter what. Ultimately, you have the power to shape your own destiny. I hope that'll help you, and I wish you all the very best in your endeavors. This has been your Midweek Motivation.
Brad, I have a pickleback.
Oh. Well, Jordan's got a pickleback, so
Yeah.
Now it's a discussion.
Let's take this shot. No, I'm just
Yes.
So,
okay.
alrighty then. To this note, I feel it's important, having experienced this before, finding my, place in the professional world. It's important to just realize, again, that it sounds silly, but everything happens for a reason, obviously, as silly and cliche as that sounds, but also that everything in the world, no matter what it is a numbers game, and you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And that's okay. There's a tea for everyone, or a whatever, insert
Chamomile,
whatever.
green.
Yeah. Earl.
That's
you.
That's me.
So it's a numbers game. You might go on 100 job interviews, and then you might land 1 out of 100, or, you're not going to crush everything all the time. Even if you crush it, even if you're perfect, even if you think you're perfect, you ain't perfect, So it's important to just look at everything as probability, a numbers game. Your perfect thing will fall into your lap, whether you forcefully...
Mike Lubeck would tell you that you're making him do math right now if he was tuning in.
Oh, yeah, he was in here earlier.
Was he?
Yeah.
He would say, you're making me do math.
Yeah. You don't even have to do math.
Didn't know there was math involved.
Just let it happen. Ride the wave.
Yeah. And that goes.
It'll come to you.
Listen, that goes hand in hand.
And being patient.
with
You got to put it out in the universe.
with rejection.
Yeah.
Rejection is natural.
It's part of it. And it should help you, the glass half full or half empty. The rejection should help you want to do better. And that's why you and other people have told me, even, take those interviews. Even if it's a job you don't think you want or you don't, who cares? Great. That's even better, honestly, because you can mess it up there and let it all hang out or whatever, practice.
Well, yeah, it's great advice. Take if you are searching for a job and you have the time, you should take interviews for places that, you don't care to work at just to experience the interview, just to get better at sitting in front of somebody and talking about yourself.
Yeah.
It's very important. Rejection is incredibly important. If you're never rejected, you never understand what it takes to get to the next level, and you wouldn't appreciate what it takes to get the things that you do want. The truth is, nobody goes through their life without some type of rejection. It's impossible. Name me one person, call me a liar. I would love to hear it because I want to hang out with that person. How did you get through life without being rejected? It's improbable. I won't say impossible, but it is improbable that you've not experienced some sort of rejection. But instead of internalizing that and making yourself feel terrible or unwanted or unworthy,
got to use it to your advantage.
You got to use it to your advantage. You have to. It doesn't mean that you're like the very first note in this rejection doesn't mean you're not good enough.
Yeah.
It just means it gives you an opportunity to say, okay, what do I need to do to reevaluate? How do I need to adjust?
Yeah. It's not that you're not good enough. You're just not the one for them.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like I said.
Or
different strokes for different
You're still
folks.
learning how to represent yourself.
No, and even if not, you just might not be the fit. You're not the person. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I believe that anybody could be the person for anything. But,
true, but will you be happy?
But yes, will
it be a good fit then?
If you are by trade a carpenter and you're going and all you've ever done was build houses and wonderful sculptures and fences, and you're going for that high dollar executive finance job, take the interview, go get the experience. They'll laugh you out of the building. But I feel like at that point, you're stretching.
Yeah.
There's no way you were ever going to get that job. So to your point, yes, you're not the bag that they're looking for.
Yeah.
But
and
most
even if
people
not,
aren't
I've
doing
applied
that.
to numerous jobs that obviously qualified for, but it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't the one. And that's fine.
But that's the focus.
Yeah,
if you apply
fine.
for your dream job and you don't get it, don't think that you're not good enough.
Right.
It's just not what in the cards right now.
And it doesn't mean that you're not good enough the next time around.
Sure.
You could apply for the same dream job 5 years later and get hired.
Absolutely.
So keep trying. Keep reaching for the stars.
Listen, rejection doesn't equal the end of the road.
Yeah.
Don't stop just because you get rejected. You can get rejected 100 times and accepted once, and you're in. And that's really where it comes down to. And that's the point. Have faith in the process. Accept that it's part of the process. Take time for yourself to reflect on that experience and have faith that you will grow as an individual because of it. And that's it. Professional rejection. And that could be personal rejection too. Mm-hmm. This is just a slice of the pie.
Yeah.
And I love you guys, and I wish you all the best out there. Midweek motivation.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh.
Very good topic, Dad.
There's more to come.
Very good. Yeah.
I'm not stepping on Ellie's toes. We'll still have the Bad Bitch Bible study, but midweek motivation is going to be, I think we're going to make it its own thing coming soon, because I have so many topics that I'd love to cover and talk about. And so we're going to make it its own podcast that you can binge. And if you're ever feeling down, you can go right through, find the topic that you need help with, and I will lull you into not a false sense of a true sense of comfort. It's all in you. Everybody is completely capable.
Yeah.
You just have to believe in yourself and
You're every woman.
Yeah, you're not necessarily, like I said, you're not going to be a carpenter going into finance, but if you are a carpenter currently and you want to go into finance, there is a very clear path for you to take to go into finance. So be ready to take the steps.
Yeah.
But if you commit to it and you do it, there's no limit. Your brain is just as functional as everybody else's. So don't let it stop you. All right, you guys.
Don't stop me now. That wasn't the beat at all.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm just making shit up.
Oh. Wonderful. The scotch is kicking in.
Oh, yeah, it's kicking in.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess it's time to tell you about all the things that you should be looking out for in our shameless plug. We love the shameless plug. All right. Well, before I do my shameless plugs, let's go around the room for anybody else that has their shameless plugs. Any shameless plugs over there? How about over here? These slags. How about you, Jordyn? Any shameless plugs tonight?
Well, shameless plugs to our crickets. They're out in our backyard. We recorded them just for this segment. They are for hire. So if you need cricket soundtracks, let us know. We can get them. We can rally them.
I'm their booking agent.
Yeah, Brad
100%.
books them. Yep. No. But it's all on you, Brad. I know you have a plethora of things. So
I do have quite a few things to talk about.
carry on, my wayward son.
For one, you guys, please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already, and it really helps us out. And smash that little bell. I'll let you know whenever we're going live. We appreciate you tuning in this evening. Shout out to our internet radio stations partner, Shore Life Radio. So if you're driving along in your car or you're in a place where you can't necessarily watch the show, you can listen to Shore Life Radio on the TuneIn app, a very popular radio app. Check them out, Shore Life Radio, or you can visit their website, shoreliferadio.com, and listen to the radio station there, and you can hear my morning show, Jams and Coffee in the Morning, 8 a.m. each weekday morning. And you can listen to this podcast Wednesday nights there as well. Almost as fun as seeing our faces, but not quite. But check out Shore Life Radio. Great trop rock music all day long that you can tune in and listen to as well. Of course, the Jams and Coffee morning show, 8 a.m. weekdays. Hope that you join me in the morning. Grab a cup of coffee and hang out with me for an hour of news, talk, and local music. Shout out to Paul from the Drums and Rums podcast. Check out the Drums and Rums podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. He's doing the entire month of March as International Women's Month. So they're only talking to female drummers and drummers. He even has I can't remember her name, Nia, I believe it is, filling in for him, co-hosting or guest hosting the podcast this month, and she's bringing in all of these wonderful guests, and Paul is just producing the shows. So really great show. Paul's very, very innovative in his approach to podcasting. Check out all the things that Paul has going on at drumsrums.com or wherever you listen to podcasts. Our shout out to our partners and sponsors at Code Rum, Hop Life Brewing, the Sneaky Tiki in downtown Stewart, the Bug Juice, bug repellent, and skincare products. Chesser Custom Designs, laser etching and engraving, bradbrockdesign.com for all your graphic design needs. LearnToLiveAboard.com, a wonderful blog by my friends Brett and Kim, who have been living on their sailboat for 15 plus years. You ever thought about it? You got to go and check out LearnToLiveAboard.com. If you've been looking to further your education, you should go and check out the Academy of Mid-Florida. It's run by my good friend Sal. You can find out more info at academyofmidflorida.com. You can get an MBA, or they feature an MBA program earned completely online. So Dope. Check it out. academyofmidflorida.com. I should go there so I can learn to read better.
Do you think they have a BOGO
Maybe.
for us both?
We could both go and learn to read better. I do have a one-man band show coming up tomorrow night. That's Thursday, March 9th at Manatee Island in Fort Pierce, 5:30 p.m. Come and see me. Come and hang out. They have a great happy hour, so if you want to come a little early and check out the happy hour, the staff there is awesome. They're very good friends of mine. Great view of the inlet there. Manatee Island Bar and Grill in Fort Pierce, 5:30 p.m. Come and see my show. If you love what we do here on these shows, the morning show and this show, check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/JNC podcast. $5 a month is all it takes to subscribe. Help us keep some lights on. And you get some exclusive content and some behind-the-scenes footage. Most recently, it'll be Dunk Tank. You get a first look at that before we present it to the world. So come and check out that as well. And that's my shameless plug. Well, babe.
We did it.
We did it. All on our own. We hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight and learned a little something about some amazing women making a huge difference each and every day, not just in the entertainment world, but in the very fabric of our lives. So let's hear it for my fabric, Ms. Jordyn Taylor. Every day, as far as I'm concerned, is International Jordy Day. And,
As it should be.
And I'm very proud of you, and I thank you
Aw.
for being a strong, independent woman for me.
Thank you, Brad.
You're a wonderful lady.
Thank you. I take care of you.
Yes. Babe takes care of babe.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No more
Yay,
clapping.
yay for me. No, no. Oh, the crickets again.
No, they're fired.
They're fired. All right, you guys. We'll see you next week on the show for our St. Patrick's Day celebration. You're not going to want to miss that. Until then, listen, lift up the women in your lives and celebrate them daily, not just on International Women's Day, but every day. Broadcasting live from the legendary JNC Lounge, I'm Brad Brock. We love you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
I'm amazed how this song into life is. Oh, don't you know when the song is done?